I'd like you to take a look at the screen. This is my diary from last week. I'd like you all to write down for me how many appointments I have in my diary from last week. If you get the answer right, you can come by the MDRT booth afterwards. When the conference is finished, I will be there to give you a prize. Write down how many appointments I've had in my diary last week. Go right now. I don't need to hear, just write it down. If it's correct, you can come by afterwards and correct your prize. Has everyone written down a number? Yes or no? Great. Okay, I'm going to give you the answer. I had 0 appointments in my diary last week. Let's take another look at the screen. I'll tell you what I did have in my diary last week, by the way. 10 yellow boxes and a red box. That's what I had in my diary. I didn't have any appointments. Let me tell you why this works. How many of you have ever played bingo? Or know what I'm talking about? Bingo, right? Or you know what I'm talking about. You open your diary on a Monday morning. Is it more inspirational to see 10 yellow boxes or blank pages? What's your brain saying? What's the little voice on your shoulder saying about the 10 yellow boxes? What does it want to do? Fill them. That's exactly what it wants to do. But you've put the 10 yellow boxes in your diary where you want to see your clients. That's very important. It's where you want to see your clients. It's not where they want to see you. The red box, by the way, is the reward box. If you fill the 10 yellow boxes, anything you make, fees or commissions from the red box, you get to keep. That sounds fun, doesn't it? All you have to do is focus on filling the yellow boxes. Now, if someone says to you, I'd like to see you Wednesday afternoon, and you don't have any yellow boxes, you negotiate. Well, I already have something on Wednesday afternoon. Could we make it Wednesday morning? No, we can't. Okay, what about Thursday afternoon? It's a very simple change to perhaps the way you've been doing things. But most significantly, how many times have you found yourself in a situation at the end of the first meeting when you come to book the second meeting and you open up an empty diary in front of the client and the client's looking at it thinking, I don't think this person's very successful. Is that true? With yellow boxes, just like most of you thought, client is thinking, wow, this person's super successful. They have a full diary. Okay, next idea. Very, very simple business idea. It's a 2-minute presentation, and that's all it's going to take for me to coach you through it. This is a typical business. 2 business owners. I apologize for using the male gender, but 2 business owners, Mr. A and Mr. B. I have them stood next to me. I've called them up. They have a $5 million business, a $1 million turnover, and they're 50-50 equal owners. Very simple. Mr. A, I promised you I would spend no more than 2 minutes with you. Mr. A, question. If you were to die, what happens to your share of the business, the 2.5 million share of the business? He says, most of the time, it will pass to my wife or my beneficiaries. Correct. Mr. B, same for you. Yes. Okay. Mr. A, another question. If you were to die, would your wife want to go into business with Mr. B? Probably not. What would Mrs. B prefer rather than a share of the business? The money. Correct. Mr. B, same questions to you. And I get the same answers. Would you agree, therefore, that you have a problem? Yes, we do. We would like to take control of the business if the surviving business partner or one of the business partners were to die. Equally, we'd like to give our wives or our beneficiaries the cash. Would you agree you have a problem? Yes, we do. Would it be a disaster in your business if the turnover or the profit were to fall by more than 1%? Say 2%. No, it wouldn't. Okay. I have a solution for you. I promise you it'll only take 2 minutes. Can we arrange a time for me to pop back and I will give you the solution?